Welcome back on the Keepit.P podcast. We back with another one. We have a special guest tuning in to us today. Second time coming on the podcast a year later, Mr. KT.
How you doing, man?
How's
Pop. What up, my boy?
You know,
Chilling.
glad to have you back, man.
Always. Pleasure too, man.
Always a pleasure to have close
come
friends
and
with you
talk
on
to
the
the
podcast.
people, man. Yeah. How you been, man? You good?
I've been making it.
That's good to hear, brother.
It's been a little tough run the past two months, but hey, we here.
Yeah, man. New year.
How you doing?
I've been doing good, man. It's been a long time coming, Pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get on here, man. But
I mean, last time you was on the podcast, you talked about how you gonna have a great year. But
yeah.
we'll come back to that.
Yeah, I definitely did.
As you know, we start off with a quote. And this one reads, "It's 2025. Don't spend another year doing the same shit."
Dang. That's,
You know what I'm saying?
that quote hit deep, man.
Because we all know.
I think I told myself that before it became a quote, though. Like, yeah, that's a nice little quote.
Do you listen to it, though?
Yeah, for sure. I think as we get older, we start to realize what, time is like a very limited thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think we came into 2024 and then, you blink twice, you're gone.
You're gone?
So it's like, yeah.
The whole year flew by.
Like, once I transitioned out of school, man, it was just like, I ain't count school days no more, It was like work days and it
Hours.
just be going, man. Yeah, it just be going, yeah.
But going back to the quote, man, I feel like we all are procrastinating in some way, shape, or form. Like, some way, somehow. We all procrastinate.
Most definitely. I mean, I think that's it's part of our human nature too, though. Like, as people, but I think what makes you kind of like stand out from the rest is like you understand, like, sometimes you gotta stop the procrastinating and just do it. Like, so, yeah.
I feel like the procrastinating be like you being safe in your bubble.
Yeah.
Not trying to step out of that comfort zone.
I mean, I think a lot of the times it's also because there's no, how can I say it? There's no consequence to what you procrastinating sometimes. So it's like, certain things you may say, like, it's not necessarily like, it's not like a bill or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, a bill, you don't pay your car, they go take your car. You know what I mean? So it's like some of the things a lot of people procrastinate, there's no consequence to it.
So you can keep putting it off because you don't got to do it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I think that comes back to accountability. Like, can you hold yourself accountable? Make sure you step outside of that bubble, like you say, and get things done. So
yeah, all right. So last time we came into the episode, we talked about how we both have a similarity with our parents not being here. We talked about grief. We talked about everything along the line of death, emotions, and how we like coped and the history that comes behind it. And
yeah, man, we definitely did. But I think now as we both starting to like go through life and stuff, we also transitioning. We coming out that stage and like forming ourselves, coming in like going into manhood and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm grateful for that little phase though, man. It definitely made me.
It made you the man you becoming to be.
Yeah.
Ain't no more little boy.
My drive, yeah, that's where it come from.
So today we'll be somewhere along the lines of growth and development from transitioning from student to man, as we both were students.
Yeah.
And now we are men.
Yeah, young adults. Young adults, early 20s.
The new age adults.
Yeah, early 20s. They say we the new generation, man. They say we different. What?
See, man. Technically, I'm not the man fully because I can't barbecue.
Oh, man.
I can't get on the grill.
They been calling me.
I can't get on the grill.
They been calling me for a while, Pop. I've been on that grill, man. You gotta jump on it.
Mess around with school, bro.
Don't worry though, summer coming up. Summer will be here. Like I said, when it comes down to time, boy, that thing fly. So summer will be here soon, man.
How
I'll
the
get you on the
functions.
grill, man.
Got to knock some hot dogs first.
Oh man, you tripping? You tripping? I start off on chicken, man.
They're peeking inside.
Man, it's easy work. It's easy work.
So, new year. Any plans for 2025 that you want to share?
I think you put me on the spot last time, man. Yeah, but yeah, though, man. I got a few things. I think last year I think I was just like getting everything up and running, you know. But now I'm about to settled in. I'm comfortable, and yeah, now it's time to really like go up a notch. Like I think everything I said last year, it most definitely made sure like I'm here. I made sure I got through that. So I set some goals for myself this year, man. This year I really want to focus on me. Like I said, I was focusing on me last year, but a different phase of me, a different version of me. So last year I was crawling, I was crawling. So I set those type of goals. But now that I'm here, I'm walking. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to see. I got a different set of goals. Like
Cause you already been through it, so.
Yeah, a few I could share with y'all though. A few I could share, man. I definitely wanna. So I'm entering my first year at the post office. Yeah, I think last time we spoke, we was working at Amazon. But I got finished my first year this year. Got to get through my second year, transition into a full-time regular. 401ks, things like that open up. I think that's what I'm more so focused on. Donald Trump back as president. I think I want to start looking into the market. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yeah.
Like stocks and trading and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Market will be booming pretty soon. So definitely gotta try and I gotta try something, man. I'm gonna try and get to know myself a little better too. Like far as the skills that you scared to step out on, I think I'm gonna take a dive into that.
So what are the areas you think you don't know yourself fully that you want to tap into?
I mean, I feel like as a person, you learn yourself every day.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of things are situational. So I'm pretty sure this year will bring a certain set of adversity, a certain set of like obstacles that you'll be tested once again, and So I think that's what I can't necessarily pinpoint like what areas I don't know myself in, but you know.
You talking?
But yeah, I don't. You gonna cut that?
No. I mean, it's real life. This is authentic. Like we being real life.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's on the lights on the timer.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, man. So just going through the obstacles that 2025 posed for me, man, and we'll see what the new me is becoming. Cause every year, man, you get a chance to mold a new version of yourself. So
yeah. That's good. That you set some goals already. You need to write them goals down.
Yeah, for sure.
If anything, put them on sticky note, put them on your wall.
I think I'm just starting to get into like the whole writing things down stuff, man. Like, cause I think now, like I think at the beginning of last year, man, like I ain't really know what to expect, kind of thing. So when everything was happening and stuff like that throughout the year, it was like I was real unorganized, like new to everything. So I decided, I'm gonna sit down and write things down. I got me a little calendar. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know when like transition, you was gonna need a calendar, man. Like that's crazy. I ain't never cared for no calendar, but I went and got me a calendar, man. So yeah, man.
Okay. As far as my plans and goals for 2025, I'm gonna start mentoring. I wanna at the end of this year, I'm at least trying to change one person's life.
No, that's what's up.
At least, which I know is like a small goal. I had a talk with my homeboy last night about how I set achievable goals, a goal that I know I can get, but I just set it because I'm setting my comfort zone.
No, most definitely. I mean, I feel like a lot of the times though, like it starts off as something small, but
Hmm.
like it's the person's drive and will also.
Yeah,
So it's like, and a guy like you, I already know, like you saying it's one, but I mean, I feel like after you might get that one early, and it's like,
yeah.
look what's next, you know?
That's why he told me that I need to set bigger and hard to reach goals. Some that might even be out of reach, so I can push myself to achieve those goals. Which I agree with 1,000%. So I am going to rewrite my goals because I know you don't watch this. I'm gonna rewrite my goals and I'm gonna tell you
Now I think that's also a development as a man. Like I think a lot of the times, bro, we don't put ourselves in positions where we
uncomfortable
uncomfortable.
situations.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the true test. Like I mean, like when we coming up as little boys and stuff like that, we go through a lot of phases that may put us in uncomfortable situations. Now that we're adults,
We can choose
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
to be
So
comfortable.
it's like yeah, it's a little different. So that's definitely I think that's some great advice because like you don't ever think that. You think of the things that you can get done, but what about when it's done though? You know, got to keep working. So yeah.
Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. So I'm gonna do a recap. What's your recap of 2024? What did it bring? What did you learn? What toughened you up?
Man, I learned about time. I learned about time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I work hand in hand with time now, bro. You know, like even at the job, everything's time. I gotta get this done by this time. Like getting up for work in early morning every day. Now you know, learning like how to accommodate traffic. This I learned a lot about
Mm-hmm.
time this year, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's part of the reason why I say I want to be a little more organized with my calendar and stuff like that. I learned about time, but I also learned, bro. Sometimes you just gotta do certain things, like even if you're uncomfortable in it. When I first got into the post office, man, like I ain't want to do it, you know.
Yeah.
Like I ain't want to figure it out. It was a lot harder, especially transitioning. Like if I'm coming from Amazon, where we know everything's kind of like given, like you know, hand by hand, turn by turn, GPS, all kind of stuff. So everything was kind of like I picked that up quick.
Mm-hmm.
But going into USPS, it was a real challenge. Like it was a real. You either gonna get to know this, or you know, it ain't gonna work out. So yeah, I definitely went ahead and I learned how to stick through it, get through the day. You know, once one day is over, it's over. There's no going back. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta live in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just push myself through there. So that's another area that I learned through going through 2024 because it really it was never that like whenever I ain't want to do something I just ain't do it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But this time it was like see the plan. This is Plan Z, so you know, so you got to stick to it. So that's another area. But let me see. I'm gonna get one last thing I learned in 2024. I learned how to take criticism too, constructive criticism, without getting in your feelings,
Mm-hmm.
being angry. I learned to react without emotion, like actually learn to react without emotion because, you know, you react. If you react in this moment and it's heated, it could cost you a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So back then when I used to react with emotion and stuff like that, it wasn't much for me to lose. But now that it's a lot behind it, it's a lot coming
Mm-hmm.
behind it, it just forced me to like, yeah, I get you mad, suck it up. You know what I'm saying? So don't make a bad decision. So yeah. But that's like three things that I picked up through going through 2024.
Those are great things and skills to have learned so early into you being a man.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So, with you not liking your job, like what aspect didn't you like? Like the job itself, the title.
It was a job itself, man. So it was like, all right, I'm the type of person, bro. When I come into something, like I don't like that first couple of stages, the training stage,
Mm-hmm.
where you don't know what you're doing. Like I don't like having to
Somebody
ask
holding your
people.
hand.
Yeah, I don't like going through that. But this time. Like this time around, any other job, I pick it up like the back of my hand. Like it's
Yeah.
nothing. Like, by day 3, it's like, all right, I'm good. I don't need nobody. But with this one, it was kind of like it's a challenge. Like you better learn. And
Yeah.
then let alone all my life I've been on West Orlando. They transitioned me to East Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Learning East Orlando, the layouts, how to do this, how to do that. And then there's so much that goes into it because, like, over at USPS, everything is so old school and by the book, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you feel me? So, yeah. But, man, this was definitely the hardest job for me at the moment. But now once I am getting it though, like it's time to
Mm-hmm.
it's time to level up. Like it's time to up it up a notch. I'm gonna find something else that'll be difficult for me to figure out now.
Good. Keep challenging yourself, because whenever you sit still, you're not learning nothing. You're not pushing
Yeah,
yourself. You're not expanding your brain, expanding your knowledge.
I get to talk to a lot of old people too though now. Yeah, a lot of like not old people, but like people who live to see like when we talking 50, 60,
That old head
seeing
knowledge.
life. Yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of knowledge now.
Because most times it be from experience,
Yeah.
what they done been through.
Yeah, they definitely helpful too, man. They help you get through the day, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I tell myself that every day, man. Just get through the day. Get through the day.
Man, 2024. Um, 2024 was hard for me, uh, emotionally. Like, it was the first year again in a while that I like put myself out there for real.
Yeah,
Was in a relationship. Things happened, went left, went right, but I had to learn how to learn from the relationship.
yeah,
Even like when you think everything good, you still got something. You can always learn from anything,
yeah,
and that ran into like other areas. If you're emotional, private life, when you come to work, like you don't got time for nobody. You don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
yeah. You gotta separate it too.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely gotta separate it too.
Like now, I graduated May 2024, and then I started working. Man, it was some days, man, some weeks. I worked 13 days straight. Sometimes I
Yeah,
worked 2 weeks straight because I had 2, 3 jobs. I'm trying to mentor. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to hustle.
you walking in purpose, man.
Man,
You
I'm
walking
trying
in
to do
purpose.
everything.
That's it. You walking in purpose.
Mm-hmm. Cause I'm a big structure guy. Like, me, like I like to try and have stuff laid out
Yeah,
so I don't miss nothing in the process. Which is good a lot of times, but sometimes when that plan don't go right, now I'm kind of all over the place because I'm trying to get back to the same path when really I should just veer it away and still got to my end goal. You know, think about the GPS. It tell you how to get there.
yeah,
But if you know better ways, you can skip by. You
yeah.
can get by faster. It might be a little difficult, but you can get it still get you there to that same end goal.
Most definitely.
I had to learn 2024 how to really manage time. 'Cause in football, like we manage time, you gotta be at 10 minutes
It's
early.
different. It's
Yeah.
different. I think it's different in adult world.
But it teaches you like that first step of being accountable and dependable.
Yeah.
Showing up to practice on time, talking about the right things, doing the right things, being in the right place, right time.
I think as kids though, they counted time for us, you know. So it's like early morning, your parents wake you up, get you
Mhm.
ready, send you to school. You in school for at least like what 7 hours. You gotta set time though, right? When you getting out. By the time you go home, day over. You ain't counting time no more.
Mhm.
So it's like now, it's like you count time every day, bro.
Every hour.
Every day, man. Like, and then I think I realized how short an hour really is, bro. Like, an hour is not that long, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Time be flying by, man. Time be flying by, especially when you're walking in purpose.
Mhm.
Especially when you're walking in purpose.
Like in 2024, I had to take a step back. Like when I graduated, I just wanted to money train, money train, money train. Because when I'm in school, I wouldn't worry about no money. Like, yeah, I would get money and have money flowing in, but not as much as having a job or jobs.
Yeah.
And then they got more bills now. So what's coming out is also going back in.
Yeah.
I'm not just pocketing it how I was in school, pocketing it, saving it, sitting on it,
It's
chilling,
different,
burning it.
man. Yeah, it's different.
I
It's
had to really
different.
learn how to budget. I had to learn how to budget because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guy. I see something I like, I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna get what I want. I'll worry about everything else later. I'm being in the moment. But now I gotta think ahead about what's to come for this next pay period. I
Well,
gotta think
you,
about what can happen. That just in case money I gotta put up.
yeah.
Hmm
I can't lie. When you speak on budget, man, I promise y'all, man, listen, get you a lady, man. Get you a good lady that's gonna really sit you down and help you out, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, let me just shed some light on my budgeting skills, cause I ain't have none. You know, like I ain't really like a lot of the times, bro, I was living so in the moment that you forget about the future as well. You know,
hmm
you try and forget the past, but you also forget about the future. So, yeah, man, I thank God for it today. But I finally got someone who helped me sit me down and help me learn how to budget, and my lady. So, yeah,
That's
man,
real.
I'm just not getting into the whole understanding you got to budget, man. You got to.
Finance is different.
Yeah.
And no matter what school, like when I was in school, like, they taught me how to budget. But when it come down to it, for real, they didn't talk about all the what ifs, the had is, has nots. You can go over budget in some areas, but spend less in other areas. It's like,
They don't tell you about the unaccounted bills, you
yeah,
know, the ones that you don't think about, but it's still coming. They
still
don't tell
coming.
you about all that, man. They don't tell you about none of that, actually. So,
When it was, I had to learn how to slow down. Like I had to stop working all these jobs. I had to take a step back. Cause I'm always on go. You know me, I'm on go. I'm never home. I'm never sitting still. I'm always person to person, place to place, state to state, city
you
to
ain't got
city.
to tell me, man. I be seeing your location. I be like, man, this
Like
man here.
I be on go. Like I just feel like I had to learn that it's okay with sitting still and doing nothing.
Hey, I'm about to, I'm going to be able to say this soon, and this is actually one of my goals, too. But I'll be able to enjoy rent this year. This year,
Yes, sir.
I will be able to enjoy rent. So,
Enjoy paying rent, like your own rent,
yeah. Staying right in the house. So I'm
your
glad
own,
you
your
said slow
own,
down, man. I'm
your
glad you
own
said
house.
slow down. Cause yeah, the job slowed me down. Like I ain't, I didn't, I could say I didn't slow down by choice. You know,
Okay,
like I think right now I was always on go too, man. Like it's whatever. But now it's like I think it's a real good benefit. A real good
I'm
benefit.
slowing down.
Yeah, I wasn't able to say that I told myself to slow down, but it definitely the job slowed me down, and I'm telling you, you find out a lot about yourself when you just bored, bro.
Mhm.
Like when you just bored.
Where your mind
The
go?
thing, yeah, like exactly where your mind go, what you looking into, what you researching.
Mhm.
That's what really tell you about yourself slowing down.
And ain't nothing wrong with being on go if you're doing it the right way.
Yeah,
Like if you in business and you on go and go and go, that's cool to a certain extent. But you still gotta learn how to relax and chill and have time for yourself. Like 2024, I lost myself. I can say that in the video. Like I had genuinely lost myself. Like after school, bro, I didn't know who I kind of thought losing myself going
it's an identity
into
crisis,
that
man.
last semester. But then once it happened for real, I kind of like broke. I kind of like just did whatever. No structure, no formation, no thought, just doing stuff.
But I mean, then again, though, you've been living on a schedule for
Hmm
a long
My schedule was
time.
playing for me.
Yeah. You've been living on a schedule for a long time, and I think that's what it is. Like they don't tell you at one point you're gonna have to create your own schedule,
hmm
and I think that's where a lot of the identity crises go wrong at. Cause I'd have my own identity crisis where it was like I come in after high school. I'm saying things kind of went left. Far as playing sports and stuff like that, things happen. Motion around. Now I'm at a community college, you know. So, but at that point, my identity was football, though. You know, I ain't know nothing else.
I know it's
so,
football.
Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I revolve my life around. Like, when I'm just like what's that word they call it? What you do, like in your free time. My hobby is football.
Yeah.
So like, now you take me out and I'm just a student and
You lost.
I don't know what I'm floating basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just floating in life. You don't know what your purpose is no more, almost, and you gotta find you a new purpose. Like that's what's hard.
Gotta find the reason why you was put on earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't want to figure out their purpose though.
They just wanna have fun.
Yeah, their purpose now. Your purpose can't be fun. Can't be fun.
Like, ain't nothing wrong with having fun, but you still gotta be willing to go through those tough times and tough talks and tough situations.
I had to realize to stop running from it.
Mm-hmm.
The tough situation.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah.
Cause it's gonna chase you and get bigger and bigger and bigger.
But it died down though. It died down as well. Like after a while, once you go through it, man, it's like at some point you get to reap the benefits of the fruit of your labor.
That's a good one. Yeah. So to all my athletes, it's a lot of y'all. To all the people in college, make sure that while you playing sports, that you still learning. Hopefully your degree is something you want to learn, you want to do outside of school, because sadly, one day football will come to an end. Football can't be your whole life and identity, because some people playing in college, they 24, 25, and football's still their identity. Sir, you're probably not going to the league. Start looking at your future, how you can make money, what's your best skills and traits that you can put into work. Because, bro, I hate for y'all to come home and be stuck, or don't have no purpose, no self, no nothing, and now you behind. Like when I
think what we never know is a lot of people see it as like that's your first priority. Like like if you was playing sports, like even with basketball, like the NBA, MLB, like they think of it as a priority. In reality, like this could be an added piece to who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could be the greatest doctor in the world. You know what I'm saying? You go to school, you get your degree. Your attention right now may be on sports, whatever you're doing, but at the same time, that's just an add-on to you. Like it's not necessarily like who you are, because I'm telling you, like the game gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like the game gonna keep going, and
now you behind.
They ain't gonna wait. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a finger.
It ain't gonna wait.
Sports can be took away that fast, just from one bad movement, one bad thing you could be done for your rest of your life with football, with sports, not just football.
And a lot of people got a whole lot of potential and a lot.
But your mindset on the wrong thing, yo. Like, it's okay to have two plan A's. I want to be in the league, and I want to help people or do this or whatever your thing is. It's okay to have two plan A's. You don't have to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. You can have two of the same things that run together side by side. Because as you in school, you learning still. You're trying to become better and expand your knowledge. Because I think like 2 podcasts ago, I was like how I thought I was behind because I went to college. Like, yeah, I got my bachelor's degree in psychology, but I felt like I was behind once I got out of school. Like, just you getting a degree don't set you up for your field. Sometimes you need experience.
There's still other work that need to be done. Yeah. I think I got a homie going through it right now. Yeah.
Right. Just because you get a degree, does not mean you getting that job. I had to learn that. But fortunately for me, I looked for the right places and tweaked my resume so I could get the job. Or they said I didn't qualify, but they got a sister or brother location. It's not that big one, it's a small one that I can work at to get experience so I can move to the big one. Like, it's ways to get what you want. You just gotta try.
But that comes with a person with good attitude. Because average, well, let me say this, a weak man, all right, they may look at the first time as defeat, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So they may see that as defeat, and like you had the grit to go ahead and like keep bugging people and hey, like what's going on here? Like you was willing to learn despite them originally shutting you down,
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. Make sure that you don't let nobody close the door on your face.
yeah, yeah, you gotta have the last say so.
Right, they might can close it in your face, but make sure your foot catch that door because you can always. It's always other opportunities for you. It just might not be there. That's okay. Like how I got my job when I was in school. My last 2 months, I was applying to jobs in Orlando. I'm 6, 7 hours away. They was like, "Okay, come in for an interview." Oh, this job for the future. I'm just setting it up right now. Like I already had my mindset on where I was going to go. I knew I was graduating. Even though I almost failed the class, I knew I was graduating. I don't care what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass these classes to get my degree because I, I'm gonna be successful. Once you put that in your mind, the sky's the limit. Like you don't have to put yourself in this small box to do something. You can always just you might don't box your mind in. You might can see everything, but if you're not willing to go get it and step out your comfort zone, step out that box, you'll never be amount to much in your life. Your real calling and fulfillment.
That ties in, man. That ties in back. I think that covers almost every topic that we just literally like discussed, man. Discuss when it goes down to comfort zone, attitude, like that was a great point in there.
Uh, so what's the definition of growth?
The definition of growth, man.
Definition of growth.
Nah, when we talk about growth, right? A lot of times we can't see growth. Growth, you don't realize your growth until like later on. It's not something that you just gonna you gonna do something and be like, hey, I'm growing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not one of those. It's more so the true definition of growth is allowing art, allowing to leave the mindset of the past in the past. Meaning, meaning, if you was doing, if you was doing something that would, get you a spanking on the hand, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, right? And as you get older, if I continue to do this, I'm gonna get a spanking on the hand. You know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like you just gonna stop naturally. But that don't mean you've grown because
Because you stop doing it.
yeah, situation will come again. But if you continue to stop and keep going and transition into other things, that's growth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like growth ain't a thing where it's like you're gonna realize in the moment like, hey, I'm growing. It's not. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
two types of growth. You know what I'm saying? There's the physical aspect and then there's the spiritual aspect where is who you are. You know what I'm saying, as a person. So but to answer the question though, growth is the development of you.
In
You know what I'm
any area.
saying? As you go. Growth is the development of you. Now, if you're not developing, we can't call it growth. Growth is the development of you.
I would say, for me, my definition of growth is more so on the lines of learning. Like you start in one place, in a different place. But the growth is the good place, the better. You're not starting one place and going backwards. Like how he said, you get spanking on the hand. I got a lot of those growing up. I got a lot of spanking on the hands and talking to, and we used to get a wooden spoon. And yeah. If you know, you know. But it wasn't. I had to learn why I was getting it. Like why I keep doing this. What is wrong? Not what's wrong, because nothing's wrong with anybody. why do I want to do this? Or why do I keep doing this? Because I know the end result. So what can I tweak or change so I don't do this? So I don't get in trouble. So I'm learning. It's all about expanding. For me, like I'm big on learning. I'm big on why. Like I'm a why person. Like when I used to grow up, I asked my mama, like, why they doing this? Why they act like this? Why? Just why? She just always tell me like, people have free will. They can do whatever they want, but it's all based off. It's a lot of things that go into why people are the way, why they are the way they are. So it's a lot of things that goes into growth. Like you can grow just by saying no. If somebody's not a no person, them saying no is growth.
And
Saying no
allowing it to
once.
continue to go.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing to continue to say no. Or allowing yourself to make the positive decision and not the fun decision.
Yeah.
And not the decision that's good for the moment. That's true growth.
For me, growth is like setting boundaries.
Yeah.
That's an easy definition of growth per se, for some people, in one area. Like setting boundaries will help you grow. If people always walk over you, and you learn to stick up for yourself, and place a boundary, that's growth. You learning to speak up or speak out in general. Like you normally don't talk, but now you talkative and you want to express yourself in any way. That's growth. You getting out of bed and you normally lay in bed all day. That's growth. Like it's the small little things. You making your bed before leaving the house. You just saying a prayer when you wake up. Like it ain't gotta be long. It's just quick prayer. You just you doing anything different to better yourself or to better someone around you is growth. Like people wanna, oh, I wanna make $1 million and call it growth. That's not growth.
Yeah.
Growth is what you did to make that $1 million.
Character development.
You made a business. That's growth. Something you didn't have that you have now. Growth. Like, take the small wins, bro. When it's hard to come by sometimes, take the small wins. Set the small wins up for yourself.
Yeah. I think that's what it is too. We don't take in the little obstacles that we get by as serious
The
as a
small
big one.
wins.
As a big one, you know. Just like you saying, "Hey, I don't want to go drinking tonight,"
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah, but you drink all your life. You feel me? But you tell your friends no this time.
Mm-hmm.
You should celebrate that. You know what I'm saying?
Celebrate
Like,
it. You
not
don't
necessarily
want to.
celebrate, but like you should take that in consideration within yourself. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, okay, I was able to say no this time. All right.
But sometimes you can say no, but you want to say yeah. So that's still putting that one foot forward in the right direction. Like you drink a lot, for example. You said how if you drunk a lot, I said no. You might want to go drinking, but you said no.
That's
Now,
small.
as you continue to say no, maybe your mindset has shift to
Yeah.
I actually don't want to drink for real. This is actually who I want to start becoming.
It'll make you understand certain things too.
Mm-hmm. What is your definition of a student?
A student.
A student. Yeah.
I think this is the learning aspect.
Mm-hmm.
This is the spot. So, as a student, man, that's where you pick the way like life may. I think as a student, bro, that's your start. That's your setting grounds. Like when we say go back to roots, when we say go back to where it all began, it
Mm-hmm.
began in that classroom. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the character development, all the different obstacles that you had to go through to help you realize yourself. That's where all that came at, in as a student in the classroom. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think also understanding even past school, you may still be a student. You know, so yeah. But definition of a student, man, someone who just continuously learns, man.
Yeah.
Like even if they're not in the classroom, they could be in a work setting. They could be just at home, you know. So just somebody who just continues to learn.
Okay. Uh, my definition of those were good definitions, like real spot on definitions. I like giving examples. I'm sorry. Let's say like a student is like a seed. You plant it in the ground. You're nothing right now. As you continue to water it, soak up knowledge, learn things, go through life. You start sprouting up. You making your way through the soil, through life, through obstacles, through everything. Now you out the ground. For say middle school, you out the ground. Kind of you more so you on your own now. For example, kind of on your own, but you still not all the way sprouted. High school, let's say, now you out the ground now as a seed. Now you starting to grow leaves. You starting to get that first shed, that first skin. High school. After high school, now you're finna blossom. You start to blossom little by little, piece by piece. Half of your tree is starting to show. Your real color starting to show. College, graduate college. If you go to college,
That's where you sprout your leaves out.
now you're a full tree blossoming. If you navigate life correctly, you then went through so much and it has changed you and showed you what you should be and who you should become, who you're meant to be. Like a student is, like you said, somebody that continuously learns. Like it's so much in life. We will never know everything, no matter how much you study. You will never know everything. Think about scientists and the earth and the water. They said it's billions, trillions, and amounts of water on Earth, and we don't even know everything on Earth. We
So
don't
much to
know
be
the half.
discovered, man. So much to be discovered.
Like, there's so much more out there. We just don't know. And that's the same with yourself. Like, think of your brain like Earth. We only use what they say. I forgot what's the percentage, so I don't want to lie in here. But we only use a small percentage of our brain for real every day. Because if you learn your full capability and use your brain to the maximum potential it has, man, the sky's the limit, man. Like, you'd be surprised.
Most definitely.
What do you think the mindset of a student is?
Mindset of a student is real simple. is like they say, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So your best bet is to listen before you speak, listen before you do, and listen before you act.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just real simple, man. Just take it in, take everything in, like, and I mean everything. No, there's no knowledge that's little knowledge.
Yeah. What is the mindset of a student? Like that. What's the right word or verbiage I want to use right here? Because the mindset of a student is just a napkin,
Yeah. A sponge.
soak up everything.
Yeah.
Just soak up everything. Some bad might get in there, but you gotta soak it up and understand why it's bad as well. It could be good for somebody else, but bad for you. Never try and follow somebody else's footsteps. Like, as a student, the mindset of a student, it's about understanding. Because you can learn whatever you want to.
Yeah.
But if you don't understand what you're learning, you'll be lost. No matter what's going on. Now we're going to, what do you think a man is?
I'll be honest with you, man. I got my own definition when it comes down to that, right? But I feel like, honestly and truly, I still don't know the definition. When it comes down to when it comes down, when you say like, what does it mean to be a man? I think it's more so about like, it's phases of your life. Everybody is at a different phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, a man for someone in his 35 with 2 kids is being a great dad every day, waking up doing this for his kids.
Being a provider.
You know what I'm saying? It could be that. For someone like me with no kids, it could be making sure my family's straight. You know, the people that I didn't produce, and the people that who is around me who have became family. It could be something like that. To friends, it could be being honorable amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to the definition of what does it mean to be a man, I feel like everybody most definitely
No
gotta
true,
find
real,
out.
one definition.
Yeah, they gotta find out what it is. What does it mean to them? You know, cause everybody gonna have to go through it, and everybody they'll have their definition one day. But by the time we should be able to tell that definition, we probably won't even get a chance to tell it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think being a man, I think like the main purpose of a man is knowing yourself. That's like a real man knows himself.
yeah,
A real man can set boundaries. A real man can help his family. If he has family, like well, no, not even like kids, like family in general. A real man can make situations better. He can be a mediator. He can, be that person that's stand in the middle of a battle and stand strong and lean on his beliefs,
yeah,
on what he thinks is the right thing. Lead in the right
and
way.
not going outside his beliefs.
Like actually standing in what you believe in. Hope it's the right thing. Like being a leader. Real men lead.
Yeah,
Real men don't watch from the sidelines. Real men step up when nobody else will. They gonna be there, no matter what. A real man gonna make sure that job get done. Like that's my basis of a man in general. Not necessarily the traits of a man, just what a man is capable of. What a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to be in the front. He's supposed to take the bullets. He's supposed to be emotionally secure.
yeah.
He's supposed to be stable. A real man is stable.
Like a rock. It's like a rock, man.
Like all the people who I think are men in my life, who I've come across, are stable. They are scheduled. They are
Discipline.
disciplined. They are what's that word, bro? Faithful.
And they not selfish.
They're selfless.
Yeah, they not selfish.
Real men don't think about
You
themselves.
gotta be able to think about those around you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be able.
While putting others first, make sure you still okay.
Yeah.
You can put others first, but put yourself last, and now you're not okay, but everybody else is good. A real man makes sure everybody's good, including himself. Yes, he might be last, but he's also good last, not bad last. It's a big difference. I'm trying to figure out that word of what I can't think. I can't think right now of what it is. If I remember, I'm gonna put it right here. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna put it right here. On YouTube or Spotify and watching the video, I'm gonna put it right here. So how was your transition period? Like, do you think it's a time frame from going from a student to a man?
No. No. Because you got to be able to do both. You got to be able to do both. Like, you can't consider yourself a man if you not learning. You can never know too much in this world.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, I think when it comes down to that, there's no transition to it. It's more so about having both of them coexist in your life. How can you have them coexist in your life? Because at some point, you got to transition from the man back in the student. Because there's somebody out there that know more than you.
Always.
You don't know it all.
No matter how they look.
And I think that's where it comes down to understanding, like, part of being a man, like, it's not the fact that you know everything. It's how much can you get to know, you know? Like, you might know how to tie your shoes in 5 seconds, but this guy know how to tie his in 3. Are you willing to learn how to tie his in 3? You know? So, that's really what it is, man.
I would say, I don't think it's a transition period frame, but I do think it's time you should start. I feel like you should start being a man. The second you learn how to, the second you're kind of starting to be on your own, so you should start learning how to be a man.
But that's also situational, too.
You could pick up how to be a man as you grow up, of course. Yeah. But as you are becoming into your late teens, it's time to start really learning how to be a man. Bro, what is it called when you have a purpose and you do just your purpose? Being, not direct. Bro.
Yeah, I can't think.
Dang, when people purposeful. Men are intentional and purposeful. That's what I meant to say. They are intentional and purposeful in their walk in life. Men don't go around doing pointless things for no reason.
Yeah. Every step's calculated, man.
But going back to the time frame. Yeah, I remember. Going back to the time frame, you have to start learning at a certain point. You might never end learning how to be a man. Because it's so much to learn in life. Like, I'm good. I mean, I'm jack of all trades. I'm good with a lot of things. Hair, but I know a lot. I know a whole lot in many areas. I don't know everything.
That's the thing, though. That's what you got to get to.
I don't know everything in all the areas, but I know many areas. I know a lot of things in many areas, you know? Like, I know a lot about things. I know a lot about many things, but not everything in everything. That makes sense?
Almost. You lost me.
Yeah. Yeah, like.
I'm glad. Wow.
You got to dibble and dabble in everything.
Nah, for sure.
You got to soak in that knowledge for real.
Yeah. Because it's like, because, you can't knock what you already learned. You know? You can never knock it. It's just more so understanding, like, there's more that you could always better yourself. You can always add more to you, add more value. You know what I'm saying? It's like the human mind is not, let me not say the human mind, a man's mind is not like a car where you just drive it off the lot and it starts losing value. You add value to it every day, every second. Every day that you are breathing is a chance for you to add more value to yourself. And a lot of the times, adding more value comes with learning. So
that was good. For instance, if me and KT change jobs for a day, we'll both get fired. He can't do my job, and I can't do his job without being taught. So I don't know something that he knows. Something that simple. But people think that their jobs are pointless, but everybody can't do your job.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do your job. Everybody can't be in your shoes. Which is why you gotta be kind and respectful to everybody, because you never know what they're going through, what they consist of, or what they're going through in general. You gotta be gentle and learn. And you gotta be gentle with yourself in learning how to be a man.
Yeah. Because I don't think they speak about the gentle side of a man. They don't speak about it, but a man has to have a gentle side, man.
You gotta be calm, real calm and collected.
Especially when you interact with mama, interact with aunties, interact with your sisters, cousins, like.
You have a girlfriend.
Gotta be all that. You gotta have a gentle side.
When do you think the realization hit for you that, okay, I'm a man now?
I think when I realized I wasn't, I can't say I was yet. I had yet understood like you know what it was to be a man, but
Mm-hmm.
I think really once it was right after you graduate high school, man, you just my situation's a little different. So when I went up to college and stuff like that, it was more so my college experience. My college experience didn't necessarily like go how a typical college experience is supposed to go through. So
Mm-hmm.
I think probably like I understood that first year, like, all right, at some point, the things you're doing, you're gonna have to stop. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to slow down. You're gonna have to. I understood that. No, I didn't understand it. I knew that, but I never understood it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once school abruptly ended, that's where it was like, okay, now it's like what you just told yourself the year before, like at some point these things gonna have to stop. It was like that's when it started. Those voices got louder, like way more louder.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably back in like I'm gonna say 2022. You know what I'm saying? And then situations, man. Situations like different situations occurred, and that's when it was like, all right, you gotta stand on your on
Mm-hmm.
your 2 feet and stand on 10, and you're by yourself. And you look back, you look around, there's nobody around. It's you and adversity. So that's when I really understood like I'm transitioning because I was
Mm-hmm.
willing to take that adversity on. I wasn't running from it. I wasn't backing down from it, and I told myself that I was gonna come out on top.
Yeah,
So
that's it's good to tell yourself that self
yeah,
motivation for real.
yeah. So that's when I could say the transition really begun in me. Because a lot of people say like, oh, it come with bills.
Mm-hmm.
It don't come with bills. Like being a man don't come with bills. Of course, bills is added on to it, but it's how you conquer adversity,
Yeah.
how you conquer the things you don't like. Like that's really what it is. So
Well, I would say for me, it started. Well, it started out my life because I was raised in a single parent household, so I always had to step up and be a man or do things I didn't want to do because I was a male figure other than my big brother, and he'll be gone sometimes. So I have to be my mama. I have to be a man. But it started after she passed my sophomore year of high school. When she passed, I had to learn that like ain't nobody really here for real. Like when it's actually time, because she passed abruptly, so it was just me and my brother. Like I had to step up and do things like set appointments and all this and that I didn't know nothing about for the most part. I had to lead my life without knowing anything dang near. I wasn't on my own, of course, but I'm not gonna ask for help. And then it hit again when I was in college, and I learned that like
yep, I had to do it to you,
I'm on
man.
my own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my own, bro. Like if something happened right now, I don't got nobody really to lean on. I'm on my
You
own.
the answer, man. You the answer.
You all you got. Which way you always gotta make sure that you good. You gotta put yourself first. You can always put other people first because they got somebody. Even if they don't, two people not having nothing, not having nobody to lean back on. Nah. When but for me, I had to learn that you are like literally all you got. Like I can't harp it enough. Like you all you got. Once you see that, even through experiences and stuff, like just learning that simple thing will have you want to soak in knowledge. You want to learn. You want to get better. Like I used to watch about 3, 4 podcasts a day, take notes, write down things, change how I act, change how I move, change everything about myself. So, because to become a man faster, because I wanted to learn so much. I didn't want to be behind when it's time for me to leave school. Now I left school, and people say people can't believe how I move and how I act for my age. Like people can't believe my grammar, my demeanor, how I carry myself at my age, how much I know. Because I just been through so much, but I don't wear it on my sleeves. I wear it on my heart. That's what being a man really is.
And a lot of people throw like they'll throw certain classifications for you just off by judging you. So
You gotta really stand 10 toes.
see, with me, I had a lot of I learned a lot. I picked up a lot of characteristics, but sometimes, man, you don't know when it's time to put those characteristics to use. Like you don't know when it's time to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Situation.
it just hit for certain people at certain different times. Like I think that's what it is. And understanding that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. As long as you realize. So.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think you can spot when a man isn't being a man? Do you hold him accountable?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think do you think it's right to hold them accountable?
I mean, I feel like it depends on your relationship with that person. Like somebody at my job or something like that, you know, they may have a little, they may have a certain way they move that I may not respect as what my definition of a man is.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say nothing though, because that's not necessarily my problem. Like once it starts to affect me, that's when it becomes, you know, an issue. But I can't let somebody who I may kick it with, hang with, work hand in hand with, like you know, like a homeboy, somebody who I really call a brother. Like I can't allow them to sit here, man. Cause 9 times out of 10, if we boys, 9 times out of 10, we probably learned the same thing. We probably came up on similar rules. So it's like, you know, I can't stand to see someone who, you know, is not acting like one, not holding himself to what he really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely. I think it depends on just the relationship with that person.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Like, of course, I'm gonna hold KT accountable. He like a brother to me. But some random on the street, I'm not gonna hold them accountable because their actions not affecting my life. Now we start affecting my life. All right, now I'm gonna say something. I might not hold you totally accountable, but I'm gonna say something along the lines of, you know, like what could have been done differently.
A lot of the times too, though, like because I could say though, when it come down to the young ones though, the little ones, I always most definitely kick game to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I do see something, like I try and catch them, like especially if they're young. But when it come down to grown people though, man, I can't teach a grown person how to be a grown person, especially if they're grown already.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they, you know, they my people. So
Why do you think you have to set goals?
because man, I think you gotta work towards something, bro.
Yep.
You gotta work towards something. It's like there's no such thing as no words. You know, like I don't got this to do. I don't got that. There's no such thing. There's always something to do, and there's always a way to better yourself. And yeah, so it's like when it comes down to goals and stuff like that, man, you like if you not setting them necessarily, 9 times out of 10, you're not just going. You're not gonna have like a drive or a set point, a start. You know, like setting goals is literally just like walking up to the starting line.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all. Like it could be something small, like I'm gonna make my bed every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you may not see what that's really doing, but on the back end, that's helping you with your discipline. You know what I'm saying? You know, it might help. This might help you wake up earlier, an hour earlier.
Yep.
It might help you with, it might help you in different aspects to where it's like, okay, it's starting to better me. It's starting to better me. So,
When it comes to why you gotta set goals, I feel like setting goals is like you said, a starting point. It gives you something to work towards. It gives you a reason as to why you keep waking up, why you keep doing things in the first place. Because without goals, you're just doing things endlessly with no plan, no future. You don't have a future for yourself at all. You're just doing stuff.
it's not meaningful. There's no purpose behind that.
As a man, you gotta move with purpose. As a man, you have to move with purpose because people watching you. People watching who you don't even know. You got your little cousins, your little brothers, anybody younger, even older people look up to you, or still watch you because they want to know. They want to see how you did this, how you got here, what steps you took to get there. Like, it's a lot. Setting goals is easy. Attaining goals is hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. So, what do you think is the difference between student goals versus a man goal?
I think student goals should come more frequent.
More so short term.
Yeah. Student goals should come more frequent. So it's like I said, when it comes down to a student, it's a person who's constantly learning. So it's like, okay, I know this. What's next? I know that. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
Like your car having issues starting up. You know what I'm saying? That's a little short goal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out what's wrong with my car. In this moment, you being a student, you understand it. You going into the car, you learn things about this nature and that nature. So, and then when you talk about a man goal, though, it's more so like that. I think man goals it takes longer and it's harder to attain them. You know what I'm saying? So
More thought going to it per se.
yeah, more work come behind it too. Cause it's like a lot of things, like as a student, like it's strictly knowledge. It's just catching knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You see an old head. Talking like, man, these OGs got real stories. Like like the game that I catch at a barbershop is like it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't pay nobody to give it to you nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So
I say the difference between a student goal versus a man goal for me is how achievable is it? Like you said, just how hard it is or how long it'll take. Like as a student, you want goals to happen right now. You're trying to get things done now or in a few months. It will take little work to get to it. I mean, not little work, but it takes work, but not like dedication. As a man, you got to dedicate your life sometimes. Dedicate your life and time. As a student, you got time to book up around and you got free will. As a man, you got to work. Eat, sleep, repeat. Sometimes you might forget to sleep. Just work.
sometimes you might forget to eat, but
A lot of times.
take the moment in for what it is, man,
Mm-hmm.
and make the best of it too.
Yeah, man.
Really, make the best of it.
I feel like that this was a great episode.
Nah, man, a whole lot of game, man.
It was
Whole lot
great
of game.
episode. And surprisingly, we had these talks like this normally.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I made sure I have real talk with my homeboys, man, especially ones that are trying to grow in life.
Yeah.
I mean, always get
It's
get
good
them
to
knowledge
bring it to
and get
camera
knowledge.
too, man.
Mhm.
I feel like give it to other people, and hopefully they might interact, man, and because like I said, you gotta have the two worlds coexist. So I'm always open to listen to. So
For sure. But with that being said, man, thank you for tuning in to the Keepit.P podcast. It's Vaughn, Pop, whatever you call me.
Keepit.P, man. It's KT, man. Pleasure to be here, man.
You know how we going.